Get ready.
Yeah, so this is the deer museum. All the deer. A few Highland cows, some big ass horses. I was trying to pet the deer, they won't have any of it. I was hoping I could get to feed them, but there's nobody here to sell the feed. Your man over there must be the groundskeeper or something. He's feeding the horses and all. Beautiful little things. This one with the antlers, huh? Gorgeous. That's another point done. Bit of a dodgy road down to it though. Done a bit of off-roading. But glad I've got that done now. I didn't get to pet them, but I got right up beside them. Which I've always wanted to see them up close. You often see them when you're hiking, but they normally leg it when you get too close. So to get that close to a deer is pretty good. What a setting. What a setting. Now, hopefully the sat-nav agrees I've hit the point. This weird stuff. It was sort of a algae pond or something. Where is it taking to me to now? Yep, nice big pockets of gravel. No bother. Okay, what's this coming? This is where it all goes a bit Pete-tongue. Cute, cute. Yeah. Right, now it's telling me to go left. I'm not sure if that's right though. Let me just check this in the sat-nav. I think it's gone a bit squishy here. Oh yeah, this is a dead end that I've got, but it's a nice view down here, I think, isn't it? Let me have a look. Yeah, so we go down. Yeah. Oh yeah, this goes on for a few miles. Lower. Yeah, okay, so it's right. So you trust the nav, Owen. Trust the nav. So this is one of these offshoots where I've spotted somewhere nice just to go and have a look at. There's a set of public jacks if I need them later. But I'll have to backtrack on myself a bit here. I added this in the pad day out because I knew I was stopping in Ullapool, but I needed the pad a few hours out, so I added in some little nice little tidbits. Oh yeah, this looks lovely. Oh yeah. Couple of hippies. Right, so that was the deer museum. Not much of a museum, just a single tiny little room with a bunch of antlers and deer skins on there. It seems a bit odd that you'd honour these deers that you're keeping by hanging up dead bits of them. Just leave the poor animals alone. Anyway, it was worth going to see the deer. I'm happy now. That's one of those things, you know, you'll enjoy. Nice memory. Oh, this is a grand little road. Look, some little coffee shops and all along the route. Oh, that looks nice and cozy. Get your doggy in. Ah, this is nice. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere I had in mind for the drone today, and I don't think there was. I don't think there's anything. I mean, I might just throw it up somewhere that's nice, but I didn't have anything specific in mind today, I don't think. But it'd be a shame not to get something caught on it. So if I come across something. That's the beauty about this new drone. I bought one, it comes with a battery, and then I bought the extra DJI kit which comes with another 2 batteries. So there's 3 batteries in total, and each battery does about 30 minutes of flight. That's an hour and a half of flight, which is just, it's unprecedented. So like, in the old drone I might get 1 flight out of each battery, so you have to really pick and choose your spots. Whereas now I can throw it up to 1 spot, keep the same battery, and maybe get 2 or 3 spots out of it. And I still have 2 more batteries to go. So 3 batteries should be more than enough. And they all, like, so they pack into the bag neatly. You have 1 in the machine, 1 in the drone, and then 2 in the bag. 1 more battery, and you wouldn't have, you'd have to pack an extra pack somewhere, but I should get everything you need out of 3 batteries. Okay, Jesus, can you imagine the day when we're going up. You imagine the day when you get an hour or 2 out of 1 battery. Jesus, that would be great. Okay, this is a bit nervy. Ooh, this is steep and curvy. I wasn't expecting this. A couple of hairpins in this as well, by the looks of things. Oh yeah, this is very like Andalusia. There's a few roads like this in Andalusia. So this is like the Applecross. I wasn't expecting them at all. I don't fancy me nothing coming down here. Cattle grid. Oh, yeah, this is like the Grazalema Road, the CAO 192, I think it is. The Zahara to Grazalema Road. They like their cattle grids there. They're everywhere. You don't want to make a mistake up here, guys, because that's a long way down. This was not what I was expecting. This is nice. Looks like it was raining here at some point. The road looks wet. Yeah, underneath the trees it looks like there's still a bit of moisture on the road. Another old geezer on a bike. It must be the secret to long life, cycling up big mountains. See, the thing about doing these tracks, when you do them on My Route app, they're not point to point, so once the track is set, it's set. You can't chop bits out of it. So, and if you don't get down to the point where you've set the track, it'll keep trying to bring you back there. So that's one of the drawbacks of it. So like there with that deer thing, at first it looked like the road was just totally disintegrating to a dirt track. I wasn't sure about going down it, but if I didn't, I would have had to unplug the whole route from the sat nav and then try and do a point by point, and then the same thing would have happened as happened yesterday. I would have missed a load of stuff that I had planned. So I was determined to get down, and I just happened to look out on that one that the track wasn't that bad after all. It looked worse at the start of it, and then it became good again. So yeah, once the track is laid, it's laid. So you have to be careful where you put your points. Always street view them before you firm them up in your plan. Oh yeah, look at this. Let's have a better look at that. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Wow. What time is it? 1 o'clock. So see if there's somewhere down here that can get a sandwich, or might stop at that little cozy looking place that we just passed a few minutes ago. I'm getting a goo on me now for some chicken. Oh, this is a cracking road. I'm telling you guys, take my advice, seeking out these mad little roads on Google Maps. It can pay off in spades. This road isn't on the North Coast 500, it's just one that I managed to locate within the Google Maps. Went into Street View, found it, looked cool, bolted it on. And hey presto, a magic road that you don't want to make a mistake on, because there's a 200-foot drop beside you. There's some sort of bird of prey up there, looking for some food. Hopefully he doesn't dive bomb me. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Alright, I'll conserve some battery, guys. Okay, this road is turning into another Applecross. It's incredible. Look at this, it's gone really narrow. I don't know how high I've climbed up, but I've gone miles up. Some of those twists were harder than anything that was on the Applecross. But look at this. It's like a roller coaster. Where's that lad stopped up there? But this is incredible. I'd put this better than the Applecross now, to be honest. Let's go on a bit further. Yeah, so this isn't on the North Coast 500. I bolted this on. Look at this. Oh my god, it just drops off like a cliff. Look at Jesus Christ. Jeez, that's steep. I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm just keeping in from the edge. So don't be posting to me, oh, the wrong side of the road. I bleed no. You would be too if you were driving down it. But I can see there's nothing coming, so I'm just making use of the road. Safety first, folks. This is incredible. This is like the pre-sleep without all the slushy stuff in the middle. That's pretty cool. Right, so the Gill Brigade or Bridge or whatever, little cafe at the end of this ridiculous road. I parked in it because I was going to go in for a coffee and a sandwich, but it's not open, so I didn't think anyone was using it. Wankers. So I took the opportunity to take some footage with the drone of this beautiful little bay. This big Dutch vicar with a dog comes down to me and says, "Is that your bike, sir?" I said, "Yes, it is." "Have you forgot your reading glasses? You cannot park in here unless you're a customer." That's my best Dutch accent. And I said, "Well, I tried to be a customer." I said, "That's why I parked here." "But you're closed. You still cannot park here." I said, "Well, that's all you had to say, mate." Anyway, luckily he didn't notice I was still flying the drone. He might have had a problem with that as well. But this road, I'm on my way back up it now, is crazy insane. This is, I know they said the Applecross is the most inclinous, but this feels steeper to me, and the bends on it were tougher. This one here particularly, that's a bit of a mind twister, that one. But again, I doubt it's transferring to the video. The video doesn't show the ascent very well. But my god, this is steep. This is worse than the Applecross. It's narrower, there's bigger drops, and the turns on it are, I think, a bit more tricky. The only advantage I have on this one is that I can actually see where I'm going. But my god, what a road. I wouldn't have fancied this one in that mist. Well, look at it. So again, I just remind you, this isn't on the North Coast 500 route itself. It's a little offshoot, so I'll have it on my maps. But look at how steep. I'm still going up and up and up. Up and up we go. And it's very gravelly in parts. This is probably one of the graveliest roads I've been on so far. It's not in great shape. I got up now. I think I'm at the high point here now. I think you see some of the stuff going down the other side. Like it's ridiculous, but it's beautiful. Well worth the effort. Now here we go with the gravel. I don't know what it is about some local county councils. Ireland are notorious for it. It's unbelievable. There's one sitting there by herself in the car. She was there when I came up. I hope she's alright. But yeah, the Irish county councils, they keep doing this road dressing, they call it, which just means we're too cheap to fix the roads, so we're just going to throw gravel on it, because that will make them really safe for motorbikers, won't it? It's a nightmare, because it collects in the corners and in the middle, because the wheels of the cars force all the gravel into the middle and the corners, which is not great, and it just makes driving a motorbike like you're driving on marbles. It's fine in a car, you won't notice a thing in a car, but on a motorbike it's like driving on marbles, particularly if you're not on the right tyres. Like I'm on Anarchy 3s, so these are supposed to be like, I think, 10% off-road, but they're not. They're road tyres. They're very similar to the Michelin Road Pilots. They have a slightly larger flute, like myself, on the tread to throw out any excess water and gravel like this. But on anything kind of very deep gravel, they're not worth a flying flip. Although I have seen guys, I watched Richie Vitt and all them going over in Spain, in Toro Adventures, I think it is, and I think they're on street tires and they went totally off-road, so maybe it's just me. I get panicky. But yeah, so Ireland County Councils, if you're listening, stop bloody road dressing roads, just fix them. That's what we pay our road taxes for. If you weren't giving our money for road taxes away to bloody fixing water leaks and paying bonuses and pensions, you could afford to do it easily. That's my second rant of the day over. Now look at the road going up. See it across there? There's a car going up it. It's crazy. This is one hell of a road. Actually, it's like the road that brings you up, but much steeper and more severe. It's like the road that brings you up to Slieve League. Don't know if you've ever gone up to Slieve League. A lot of people just stop at the car park at the bottom, but what a lot of people don't know is you can just open the cattle gate and keep driving right up to the top of it. And it's quite similar to this, even taller than this, but it's not as steep and rickety. But this is, good God, I was not expecting this. And again, I wouldn't fancy doing it in the rain. It would be a whole new ball game. Yeah, no, that's annoyed me now, your man being a smart Alec. There was no need for that. All you had to do was come up and say, sorry mate, can you move your bike? What's the big deal? To make a big deal about it. Oh, did you forget your reading gas? Imagine a grown man coming up to another grown man saying that. Ridiculous. I'd be back in school. Look at this, look at how steep it is. Let's run up there, come on! Woohoo! Let's slow down for the crest. See where it's going. There we go. Yeah, you don't know which way the road's going to turn until you're right at the top. You don't know if you're going to go completely straight or if it's going to twist left or right until the very last second. That's incredible. Yeah, but what a find, I tell you that. All of the best roads for me personally that I've done so far have been the ones that weren't on the north coast, the ones off it. See what I mean? That looked like it was banking left, then it went right. Yeah, I mean, the road that I found up along the river that brought me up through Orkey, the bridge of Orkey or Orchie, whatever, I don't know what it's called. And then that Glenateeve road down into the valley with the lake at the bottom of it, where I met that nice lady who let me film the drone shot. None of that was on the official route, and now this isn't on it either. And those two and this have probably been the best roads I've done so far. I mean, look, where did you get it? Look at that. That's the land that time forgot. I can't stop the bike because I'll be on it down. Look at how steep it is. Geez, that must be 25% of a decline. Good God. Thank God my brakes are working. Imagine your brakes failed here. It goes into a nice sharp turn here. But look at that view. Incredible. This is better than Applecross. And there's not traffic on it either. Only irritating Dutchmen. That's incredible. Now that view alone just there was worth the effort. I wish I could have got off and taken a photograph there, but the heavy motorbike pointing down a nearly 25-degree incline or decline. It just defies physics. Yeah, this is an Applecross Peter, but then I wouldn't have got to it only having gone over Applecross, so you kind of have to go hand in glove here. Bum, bum, bum. Jeez, these roads are steep. This definitely feels steeper than Applecross. There we go. Don't go to the Dutchman's Cafe. He's only a bastard. Yeah, I keep seeing signs for somewhere called Westeros, and I'm wondering if it's where they got the name for Westeros in the Game of Thrones. It would have to be, wouldn't it? It's such an unusual name. This is a cracking road. Another sharp drop. No. That's incredible. Yeah, there's no margin for error on these. You know, you're travelling at what? 40 mile an hour, 30 to 40 mile an hour. So you can close the gap into a corner of about 5 feet in a matter of a fraction of a second. So that's why it only takes a fraction of a second, not concentrating, then you're off. Not to jinx myself, touch wood and all that. I can't remember what's left to be done today. It's nearly 10 to 2. I haven't had anything to eat yet. Oh, I have a marathon bars in the back box. Sorry, Snickers. Oh, why did they change the name of marathon to Snickers? Marathon makes much more sense. What does Snickers mean? Thought the whole point of the marathon name was that you could run a marathon off the energy it gave you. Whereas Snickers as well. You can snicker for a day on it. Oh, this is insane, this road. A gang of bikers. But yeah, I'm glad I had time to do a bit more today and just chill out a bit. Next time I'm definitely cutting the mileage down. I think 200 should be about the right amount. I'm not getting any younger, so 200 is a good amount. 250 at a push. That means you can leave at about 9:30, 10 and still get in for around the 6 o'clock mark and have time to stop, take your photographs and your lunch and all of that. So although look at that, now it's telling me 5:27 before I get into the hotel. It was saying 4:20, so I added an hour there between stopping for the deer and the little Tate or Tate with Mr. Dutch. You can't park your motorbike here, fella. And I haven't even stopped yet for a bit of lunch. Might just get a can of Coke and eat that Snickers bar. Not actually that hungry, a big breakfast. So it's pretty good. I tell you, the big breakfast in the morning makes a difference. It makes you, lets you crack on for a good period. Anyway, look, I'll get myself up out of this because I'm on my last battery. I'll just keep some for later. Talk to you in a while. Seem to have found a group of bikers here, although these guys look like they're shifting, so I'm not going to even attempt to keep up with them. I'm in no rush. All English reg. I was stuck at the junction and not one of them waved. What is the story? There's obviously no biking fraternity here in the UK. Must be just us Irish, 'cause we're great. I think that's the Kawasaki Z1000 in front of me there. It's the same as my brother's bike. Good looking bikes. Look at that. That is one hell of a mountain. My God. You have to go. See, that's the difference, you know. I don't think they're interested in this countryside at all. They're just about seeing how fast they can go around the corners on. I have zero interest in that. But there's a lot of pros and cons to the different types of driving, you know. Between driving in groups or small, you know, two, or, you know, or going solo or two up, you know. Like, I do a lot of solo driving, and the huge advantage to that is that, you know, you can go at your own pace, you can stop when you like, you can drive as long as you like, you know, it's just huge amount of flexibility. It's absolutely, you know, because I'd say I stop a lot for photographs and drones and everything, and if you have somebody with you, you're trying to do this type of stuff, I'd say it would annoy the crap out of them. So you couldn't do this vlogging stuff and all of that with more than one person. You'd do the other people's head in, unless they were into it as well, you know. And I've no mates that are into this stuff. But you know, it's great to ride with groups, or, you know, even 2 or 3 people, because it's nice to share these experiences with people. But that can bring a whole pile of baggage with it as well, you know, in terms of, you know, some people don't go as fast, or they complain when you're leading the route, but they don't lead the route. And you don't like stopping because, you know, you don't want to annoy them, or they don't like to drive as long as you, or... Well, there's a whole host of things in it. But I don't mind it. It depends on the occasion. Like driving with the club, that's another thing when you're in a big convoy like these boys ahead of me. But the club, you might have up to, you know, 40 or 50 bikes. Which again, it's great fun and everything. It's great to share with them, but you can never stop. So sometimes you're going through these amazing places, and you wanna stop and take a photograph, but you can't because otherwise you get separated from the group. And if you get some lunatic leading the pack, they can set a pace that maybe you're not happy with. Either it's too slow or way too fast. But they use the oh, what's the system they use? I can't remember. They use a system, but I can't remember what it's called. I'm having a mental block on that now. The drop-off system, that's it. They use the drop-off system so that you don't get lost and separated from the pack when you're moving. It's a good system, but you need at least 4 or 5 bikes for it to work. But yeah, I think my preference is probably the solo driving, because it's just I'm a bit selfish like that, and it's just easier and less stressful. But I do like the other, you know, groups or it depends on who you're with. Like, you know, I like going with my brother. You know, we're very like-minded when it comes to the biking. This is incredible. This is really nice. Wow. There's snow up in that mountain there. Excuse me. The cold isn't completely gone yet. That is one impressive looking mountain. Wow. I definitely think I'll come back here and do a hiking holiday. I definitely think there's some nice hiking spots to be had here. Look at that. I've got to turn off the camera because I'm going to go into a fit of sneezing here, I think. Bealach National Nature Reserve. Oh, just another little beauty spot. Look at this beautiful little lake, the forest and everything over there. Massive big mountains behind me. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Well, I might try and get the drone up over this. See what we can do. Here's a couple of bikers with a GS, and so there's the new liquid cool version of mine. Very nice. And Aprilia. Very nice. Yeah. I think it's getting near the time I'll be upgrading this. Maybe next year. Yeah, let's see if we can get the drone up over this.